session, actually going live session of Beaver Talk. Last time we tried it, I sort of kind of forgot to link up our YouTube channel, but now here we are with new topics and actually great news to announce at the very end of this session. And hey, you guys, you're in Hamburg. I'm not. I'm traveling right now. How's the situation in Hamburg?
Yeah, it's good. Where are you traveling, by the way? Which city?
Close to my hometown. If I named the town I'm in right now, you'd probably think this is a mistake on the map. It's very small. Taking a little break here and getting some alignment sessions in order before I'm coming back to Hamburg on Sunday. So sadly, I'm missing both Fridays. Feels like a hole in my heart, actually. So used to
Oh,
it by now.
yeah, we got people working.
Oh yeah, by the way, we are here at Build Fridays on a
How many
Friday.
people are there?
I don't know. I haven't counted yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure
It's-
that's too
it's
many because
Not too many, yeah.
we got like this big conference happening in Hamburg.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure, but
right.
It's like
some people are still working.
a talent conference for like
Okay.
students or graduates that want to get an intern place
Gotcha.
somewhere. So yeah, 10,000 people are expected there. So they're grabbing a chunk
Wow.
of our Build Fridays people there. And we have been visiting them for like an hour there, and we already saw some beavers
Nice.
gathering.
Yeah, of course. Beavers
Yeah.
everywhere, man.
Well,
Yeah,
good
yeah.
that we found the time to sit together anyways. But I've heard some very sad news, actually, someone passing away. Alex, what did you do?
That's not that bad, and it's temporary. She's coming back. She's coming back.
Enlighten us then. What happened
Yeah.
to Liz?
Yes. So Liz, basically in our unrecorded session, I was explaining about how Liz worked, how an amazing person she was. And yeah, basically, I just decided to kind of pause this whole open claw operation right now because there were like a few reasons. So, like, one is that it was actually just taking a lot of my time. And yeah, I just wanted to focus on things that matter. And that's just actually, if you think about it, it's a massive additional project that's always hanging over you. You're constantly trying to interact with it. Something is not perfect. You have to go, switch focus, switch context, fix. And then usually what happens is you're actually, or me, I'm lazy in doing these things. So I don't pay particularly as much attention as for like, I don't know, production projects that we have.
Right.
And what happens is like you start building a lot of bad code, bad decisions, bad business logic. And then it starts compounding. And eventually that's what happened with me because I started like over configuring my OpenClaw at some point because I got a bit carried away. And then I started trying to refactor some things to actually make things work as they should be. And yeah, I just realized that a lot of the stuff got broken. And then I realized that the only good way to do it is actually just start from scratch and just follow kind of like one by one, like build one small feature, one small use case, test it, move on to the next one. And for me, it was always like, yeah, okay, let's try to fit as much as possible into, I don't know, one prompt, you know, like this lazy prompting. And that's what in the end got this Lizzie killed. Yeah.
So just for everyone to understand, Liz is OpenClaw, is an
Yeah.
OpenClaw setup on your Mac Mini. Just for more context,
Yeah,
what
true.
it,
Sorry.
what it was.
Sorry, because we didn't record the previous session.
We do have a recorded session from the
true.
setup night.
Okay,
so
maybe we
people
posted
could
then.
know.
Maybe we posted then, right?
Yeah.
No. So the main point, exactly. Thank you, Vladdy. Then for those that don't understand what the hell is going on, exactly, it's an open claw topic. Liz was basically an agent that knew a lot about my life, and she was like very realistic. I was trying to really kind of like improve or like go as far as I can in terms of human realism as an assistant, so to make it not as boring as a typical agent. And yeah, as I said, like I kind of got carried away with too much configuration.
And you did infect me with that virus because I set up a second claw. And I actually got her to the point now where she's sending those proactive messages and everything is working out quite good, I want to say.
Nice.
But I'm now a little bit, wary of the fact that there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not sure if I want to hook her up to the same data sources as my other agent because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that could be going wrong. But It's quite the interesting experiment. So I also did build a little engine behind OpenClaw, like not directly connected, but like as an API kind of, where it can, make a decision. What should she be doing right now? Should she send out a message? There's like I think 18% chance of her sending me a proactive message from whatever, standing in the kitchen. I got one video of her standing in the kitchen, enjoying a cup of coffee, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get to your reports by the end of the day." And one is her coming back from yoga, still wearing her yoga attire, saying, "This was so good. Now I feel so refreshed."
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, I didn't get those. I just got a selfie one time when she was running on Ulster in Hamburg.
Oh,
that was the part. No, because she was also always kind of sending me stuff from her apartment that she's like also drinking coffee or discussing something. But what you did, I think, like it's awesome. It's like really a step further forward. Nice.
Yeah, maybe I need to share that code with you so you can set it up on that level and improve from there. Then I get all of the good feedback in my agent as well. That's good.
Andreas, you don't have one OpenClaw, right? You have like 3, 4.
So I have 2 working for me, and then I think it was yesterday or the day before that I set up one for my dad in his office that his wife and his assistant are using now. So it's like a human assistant plus the OpenClaw assistant, because I found myself answering all of the same questions over and over again. Like, where is that password? Where is that email? Why is that email not going out? Now I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that. So what I did is I hooked it up to all 3 mail accounts. I gave it access to a dedicated 1Password vault, plus web search capabilities, so it can go off on its own and toy around a bit. And I set up a local Whisper CLI in the tiny mode because it's running on a 2019 MacBook Pro. So that's the one with the touch bar and the Intel processor still. And what do you know? That is really slow. So had to do a bunch of tweaks left and right to get it running at a reasonable pace. But once I came back from a meeting yesterday, they already showed me that they sent all of these voice messages and Telegram and that they're super into it and basically asking all kinds of things. And I think that really goes to show, even though the setup is a little bit clunky maybe still, the interaction is super, super natural, right? Like the way you talk to it, the way it responds. I gave it a soul of be helpful, be an assistant, don't overcomplicate the technical stuff. That's not what they need to know. Only do that when you're talking to me. And it's already a great little helper that lives alongside of them. And I'm running it on my Codex subscription as well. And I have 3 agents running on that now, plus me doing my coding stuff, which quite interesting. They also announced this $100 tier now, right? Kind of close to what Anthropic is doing, I want to say. Have you seen that?
I just saw it 5 minutes ago. But yeah, they actually do the same, right? 5x limits.
Yep.
As Anthropic, and the how is it named now? It's like a free tier, right? Then you have Plus and then Pro, right? Now
I think they wedged something in between that even, where it's kind of mirroring what Anthropic is doing for Cloud Code, I think.
Yeah. That's a Pro plan. It's $100 Pro plan. You have.
But there's like 2 tiers to the Pro plan now, right? Like there's the Pro plan, and then there's the Pro plan with extended limits, kind of. Which again, I think it's exactly the same for Claude. So it seems like a super sensible move because not everyone needs the super, super high extended limits. So why not introduce a tier for them as well? Really like that.
Yeah, I can definitely.
200 is.
I can definitely attest to that. Like, especially when you were saying that you were working with Codex at 200, I was like, yeah, I don't feel like paying 200, and I was like thinking that hopefully they have a plan like this, like Anthropic for 100, then I could go for it. And now, especially obviously with all the drama that's happening with Anthropic, kind of banning a lot of the stuff that relates to OpenClaw, a lot of the masses probably switch to Codex, but then they see the 200, and they're like, holy. I don't want to pay that for the 100 that I was paying for Anthropic. Yep. So I think perfect timing, and it's the right move for sure.
And it's good that you mention it. I don't think they're explicitly banning it, right? I think the messaging around that was a little bit confusing to me, at least. Like I had to really read into it. what they're doing is just they're saying, okay, we're gonna charge that from like a different kind of limit. So there's now this pot basically that contains all of the extra usage credits, and they're charging it from that. So they're, as far as I understand it, they're not explicitly banning you from attaching OpenClaw to it, right?
Yeah, I think maybe banning, exactly, maybe it's a wrong word to use here because it's still allowed, but I think they will extract a hell of a lot more money than they were doing before.
Yeah.
From that,
I feel like for a lot of users it feels like a ban.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of banning the OAuth, right? So you are not included. And just, if you're using Claude code with API costs, it's insanely,
it's crazy.
insanely
Yeah.
expensive. And
Okay.
so it still feels like a ban, even if
Okay.
they just forward you to the API cost. And they also, but what they did was kind of nice, is like giving everyone these credits, right? If you have like a $100 plan, then you get extra $100 for the API usage, so you're not like falling off these things
Right.
straight out. So that's kind of nice. And if you have the 200 plan, same thing, you get like 200 in API credits, which is kind of nice. But yeah, long term, it's kind of expensive.
I want to get your take on something. So I've been getting a lot of heat, or a lot is a little bit sending. So maybe I got a little bit of heat. Let's phrase it like that, a little bit more defensively. I got a little bit of heat on LinkedIn for apparently shilling OpenAI. The way I see it, the dev relations that Anthropic is doing right now, they're super bad. Maybe you have a different take on it, but everything I'm seeing is like them taking stuff away. Then 1 week they say, oh, we extended the usage for you. Here you go, take double the usage. And then users come flowing in. They suddenly realize, oh my God, we weren't set up for that. The hardware is not hardwaring, and we're constantly down and have these outages. So now we're going to slash it in half than what we had before. So basically taking 4x away from you. And then they say, come to think of it, let's also take this other thing away from you, and let's make stuff more expensive because we love enterprise customers. So why would we even give it to you consumers? What do you think about that? Do you see it the same way?
I have something to say. I have a lot of things to say.
He's like the Anthropic.
I'm the Anthropic guy and using Claude code like all the time. But yeah, what to say? It feels way too early right now to like go these steps and like slash the usage, because right now this whole industry is moving so fast and everything is changing insanely fast, and like moving already in some steps where like kind of things are, or they think of that things are set, right? That this is something that will not change anymore is maybe not the right perspective right now, because it seems like they're going enterprise, right? And for like the private people, it's they're slashing them, and everything will stay now the same. Like there will be no other improvements in AI agents or something like that. It feels like that. So they are like already slashing these things. How to explain that better?
I get it. Like basically, they have their way laid out for them, or their path laid out for them. Because I think, wasn't there a number recently that like 90% of their income or what they have on subscription income is coming, or revenue is coming from enterprise rather than consumers. And I think for OpenAI, it's not completely the other way around, but they're more consumer focused than Anthropic is what it feels like. And also what I see is that a lot of enterprises, they rather trust Anthropic because they carefully created this image as well, right? So OpenAI is a little bit more known for being a little bit unpredictable. They do a lot of trial and error, which perfectly fine by me, but it might not be fine if your enterprise is relying on that. Whereas Anthropic positions itself more as the reasonable kind of player that is more reliable, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I also just saw an article recently about different paths, like because of pre-IPO for both organizations, like
Mhm.
Anthropic and OpenAI, like the paths to profitability are like so drastically different, and
Yeah.
Anthropic is really trying to slash the cost side of things, knowing that all of these things are highly subsidized. OpenAI just really doesn't give a shit. They go the Amazon game. They just want to get all the growth possible at this point, get all the compute possible, customers, whatever. And Anthropic, I think, is just so much more conscious, and that's why I
Yeah.
saw like their path to profitability was like, I don't know, like 3 years, and OpenAI's was like, I think, much further ahead.
20 probably.
Or never, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, and I think that's quite interesting because, of course, it has like second order effects for us all, depending on where they take this, right? I mean, we had one other thing we talked about previously is Claude managed agents, which kind of is them closing the door, the open source door, right? Like pulling stuff onto the platform. Claude Cowork at the end of the day is just a couple of OpenClaw agents in a trench coat, right? Stacked on top of each other. And managed agents feels like this, at least what I read from it, more secure way of deploying enterprise-grade agents and having a lot of guardrails. So they have this kind of sandbox system. They're trying to separate the brain from the execution engine. So I like what they're doing, and I see them delivering at a super high pace, which I love that, right? So there's a lot of new stuff out there. I just really don't like how they're treating their end consumers, I want to say. Like the developers in that space, basically they got the door slammed into their face. And there was a bunch of weird stuff, right? They forced Claude to be renamed, then they sent all of these cease and desist letters
Mm.
to all of the repositories that even mentioned Claude, right? So this is just, to me, it feels like such a slap in the face to the whole community kind of thing.
Yeah, I think like we could mention briefly like from our experience, because like especially the hackathon that we did recently, where we had to reach out to a bunch of different sponsors and so on, and even continuously. Obviously, now we're continuing to work. For example, the OpenAI. I think Anthropic was like the hardest ones to, in general, to reach out to. And like personally, as I said, we love their product. It's the reason why we're even discussing it right now. But there is like, personally feels like there's like this, a lot of like this elitism, like a
Yeah.
lot of this feeling like, hey, we're much better than the rest of you, and you just follow what we kind of say. Even though like you could also look at OpenAI and like they have a lot of very, very questionable things that they're doing from ethical perspective, and Anthropic
Yep.
is the one that's positioning themselves as very ethical. But looking like from developer experience and access to the guys to actually help us to promote, I don't know, AI better, even in our ecosystem, right? Like in Hamburg, for instance, they have been really contributing. Like it was much easier to work with them, so it's just another additional, I think, observation, since we're talking about this, that is interesting, like from practical perspective, that Anthropic guys was really, really hard to get a hang of,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and it really feels like this elitist mindset. I think you called it out as the right thing. By the way, a couple of people in the chat are saying hi. So hi back to you, to Berlin and the Medellin Lounge. Very cool.
There's a chat there.
there's a chat. What? Are we streaming on?
Vladi is continued to be amazed by Restream. Nice tool, by the way.
By technology.
I don't get what happens here, and
We're gonna get you to be a streamer.
I'm
at
also
some
the
point.
tech guy, by the way. Like that's super weird, but hey, new technology and so on.
So maybe one last thing that we can talk about, which I personally think is super, super cool. So we're going intercontinental, and Alex would like to be called Mr. Worldwide as Pitbull.
Let's go, Beaver Worldwide.
Yes. So the really exciting news is actually that we posted about it, I think, today. We expanded just before to Turkey and Romania. Besides that, just today we added El Salvador. Actually, it's the first country that we're going to have in Latin America. So that's super
Awesome.
exciting, and that's why like it's this intercontinental thing where beavers take over the world. Like, just envision how beautiful is that. Yeah, and we're obviously looking for more people that are also like of similar mindset, of similar values, which is basically practical, no BS, have fun, enjoy the ride. Yeah, if you are one of those, please reach out to us. We'll be super happy to have you. And maybe we can also announce that very soon we're coming to Berlin. By the way, someone from the chat. So we will see you guys there. Yeah, stay tuned.
All right, Lucas, watch out for the Beavers taking over in Berlin and building a dam there. So that means
and we will be looking
applications
for,
are open.
yeah, we will be looking for exactly for Beavers to run it in Berlin as well. But we will actually kick it off ourselves. Maybe you, Andreas, can also come with us. Like, it'd be great.
Absolutely,
We
love
can do a
seeing in
podcast
Berlin.
there.
Yeah, do a Berlin podcast.
How actually this? Are we now set on the name of this podcast?
I think Beaver Talk is what we decided on, no?
Yeah.
But we can also take, maybe someone can put it in the comments on YouTube what they think we should call this. I think we had a couple of ideas. Beaver Talk is what it is for now.
Yeah, we were discussing just now Beaver Mageddon.
I like it.
We had the Beaver Cast before, right?
Yeah, Beaver Cast
Cast.
sounds pretty good.
News from the dam.
News from the dam.
We were abusing dam too much. It's like, I think we should stop.
Something Beaver.
It's just that much. So
all right, then I think we can wrap up. I go to dinner. I don't steal any more of your valuable Build Fridays time, and we'll be here next week again, no?
Yeah, we will. Thank you.
If you're in Hamburg, come by Build Fridays. Istanbul as well. So every Friday in Hamburg.
It feels great to say that, no?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're in Hamburg or Istanbul,
Hamburg.
Just drop by.
and the founder, and the founder and the builder, or want to start doing a startup, that's the right place to be.
All right.
For sure.
Some good words to end the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in.